It's currently 8:07 p.m. Here's where I am currently on the polystyrene drawing project I've been working on at my mom's place. I primarily worked on this side, and then the last thing I worked on was the sides of the hair for this small polystyrene ball with two female faces. I recall working on it today from roughly 4:15 p.m. to about 7 p.m. After I finished editing yesterday's My Dinner video project in my room upstairs at my mom's place, sitting on my bed from roughly 1 p.m. to roughly 4 p.m. after my mom picked me up from the Wegmans I work at after my shift today, which was from 8 in the morning to 12:30 p.m. and during which I primarily restocked the banana section, at the very back of the produce department. A few times throughout, only double stacking to not leave an open, partially full banana box on the banana runner. Which I don't recall reloading during my shift today. I also primarily restocked merchandise for the hard items section of the produce department, which is right in front of the banana section and predominantly consists of varieties of onions and potatoes. Though I began my shift by restocking the two flat open displays near each other for regular seedless watermelons at the front entrance of the supermarket closest to the produce department. I pulled two different large octagonal cardboard containers, or bins as they're called, for regular seedless watermelons. One at a time, from the section of the employees only warehouse for those who work in the produce department to that front entrance using a hand jack. I recall I restocked those 2 flat open displays again during the middle of my shift. That time, I only needed to pull 1 large octagonal cardboard container or bin with some regular seedless watermelons inside in order to adequately fill those 2 flat open displays with regular seedless watermelons. I recall the first time I restocked those 2 flat open displays, the first bin I pulled didn't have that many regular seedless watermelons inside. Maybe 2 dozen in total or so. And the bin I pulled the second time I restocked those 2 flat open displays was about 2/3 full, at least, with regular seedless watermelons. I recall primarily restocking the front sections of the produce department during the first hour or so of my shift. I restocked some varieties of bagged apples, 3-pound non-organic varieties, such as Empire, Gala, Fuji, and Macoun, among a few others. During that same period of my shift, I restocked a small cardboard box. With a thin metal handle attached to the long sides of the cardboard of zucchini. Same for a box of Gold Bar squash. With which I restocked a farmer's market stand style front display of the produce department. For that same front display, I also restocked some seeded cucumbers, and some stemless tomatoes. I recall these tomatoes are called either Roma tomatoes or plum tomatoes. Towards the very end of my shift, I restocked some mini seedless watermelons. For one of the front sections of the produce department. I put around 25 mini seedless watermelons from a large octagonal cardboard container or bin with them inside of it on the top level of my designated cart for today, from when I was primarily restocking the front displays of the produce department. As I was restocking those mini seedless watermelons, towards the end of me doing that, one of the mini seedless watermelons rolled off of other mini seedless watermelons on a smaller flat open display at one of the middle front sections of the produce department. And upon impact with the floor falling roughly 3 feet, that mini seedless watermelon split open considerably, though thankfully not much watermelon juice was spilt as I picked that mini seedless watermelon up from the floor after a moment of hesitation, kind of in order to comprehend what had happened. I got the attention of an older male coworker with a white buzz cut to tell him about the mini seedless watermelon that fell and split open, me picking it up, and the minor spill of watermelon juice. And he told me that he would call somebody from maintenance. Today was the first shift in which I wore my new first anniversary name tag. I took my first and only 15-minute break around noon, and during it, I primarily worked on editing yesterday's My Dinner video project on my phone through the UCut video editor app. As such, I had reviewed a few minutes of raw video clips by the time my mom picked me up from the Wegmans I work at after my shift. And she also drove me to the Wegmans I work at after around 7:15 in the morning. I had with a Premier Protein branded vanilla protein shake. Basically what I'm having currently, a ribeye and 2 sunny side up eggs. I recall first naturally waking up today around 2:15 in the morning, falling back asleep within a few minutes, and then naturally waking up for the last time today around 6:15 in the morning, and getting up within 5 minutes. I got an aluminum can orange flavored Celsius energy drink and sipped at it every now and then as I reviewed the August 16 my dinner video on my YouTube channel to make sure everything with the audio and video was alright before deleting that converted UCut video project file, along with the raw video clips I used to make it. Though I had to sip at that Celsius energy drink at a faster pace than I would have otherwise in order to finish it by 7 in the morning. Here's where I am currently on the task sets for the current episodic event on Elvenar. Here's where I am currently in terms of clearing out the ancient city on Oceania.